Chef Nepal, the professional. And from this week, the voting is started. We received 150 applicants from all over the world.
Okay.
It could be your Nepalese dishes that you can show around the world. Today, it's more like all those dishes in the trays.
Yeah.
It's complicated.
People are coming to spend the money
Yeah.
for the experience. If you don't keep your quality, keep your standard, they are not going to come tomorrow. You will lose your job.
Now, like French delicacy is like there is Michelin star restaurants are there, food are so nice, So how you explain this transformation? What caused this transformation possible or happen in?
Not getting like a vacation like over here making month.
Yeah,
We're getting
yeah.
2 weeks vacations.
Yeah.
So at the
In the
vacation we
US.
have to accommodate, So yeah.
Such kind of like that kind of high elevation in Nepal.
Yeah.
Namaste, Chef.
Namaste.
Welcome to this podcast. We are GastroPod by Chef Nepal. Let's start in this way. Chef Arjun, he was the first guest of our podcast. Like we already have his introduction. Let's start with your introduction. I would like to hear like about you in a short form. Yes.
Namaste. I'm Chef Bruno Bertin. I'm a master chef. I work in the US now. Before that, I worked in Japan for 5 years, and before that, I worked in France in another 3-star Michelin. In Japan, I was teacher of classical cuisine at Le Cordon Bleu, and then I moved to America to work in a 3-star Michelin called Daniel, and I worked there about 5 years. And about many years ago, I joined Cuisine Solution, where I'm now the president of a division of a gourmet solution, as the senior vice president of innovation, and I'm the co-founder with my friend here, Arjun, of the US-Nepal Gastronomy Chef Association.
So now you have tie with Nepal. That means
my heart is in Nepal now.
Okay.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's great, Chef. Let's once again have quick introduction of Chef Arjun as well.
Sure. Thank you, and see you again. Is amazing opportunity again. Come to this podcast. Yes, I'm Arjun Ranabhat. I'm the president of US-Nepal Gastronomy Chef Associations, and also the corporate executive chef for Cuisine Solutions. I'm working with Chef Bruno. Yeah, I mean, I already explained about my journey and everything. I don't need to go repeat. So yeah.
Welcome both of you
Thank
to
you.
this
Thank you.
GastroPod by Chef Nepal. As we have quick introduction of both of you, like the first things I will talk about is the La Grande Bows, because like that is what we really need to talk about and let our audience also know about this, and then maybe the second series will be there in coming future, right? So let's discuss something about like from the preparation and like how it went, like how is your experience in this?
Yeah, it's amazing experience. And we started for 5-6 months ago.
Yeah.
And I have always, everybody saying dream high, and I had a dream to do something for the country and show the Nepali hospitality industry what is supposed to be like, like a next level of cooking, and bringing all my chef friends from all over the world, and show them also what is Nepali culture and everything. And I really thank to them and coming over all the way from France and US, coming here and help me out make this event grand success. I know there is a lot of challenge, don't go with the challenge and go with the success. So we had a very good success, and came. You can see in our guest in top reputed and very excellencies are join our dinner. I mean, it is emotions and
Yes, it was Arjun asked me to as a brand ambassador to bring chefs, I mean, and it was difficult to bring chef until Arjun told me we're going to take them to Mount Everest, right, to the base camp. So and then chefs start to say, oh, very interested. So I pick chef who like trekking, chef who like natures, and the goal was for them to do their best dishes in that La Grande Borge. And then after, the challenge, like Arjun was saying, going to a place, trekking, and cook for people who pass by, and that way we got really good talent. We got like Arjun saying, chef from France and chef from US, chef from US and Nepal, so chef from here.
Yeah.
Let's not forget like also Nepalese fusion chef. So it
Yeah.
was really good, and we worked all together to build a menu, and let's say we are challenged, but the success was tremendous, and camaraderie in between all those chefs. And I think there's 4 master chefs from France and couple academicians. So it's really it's high level of cooking at the same time. I think at the same location. You see that in like major event in the world.
Yeah.
So we did it.
And like making it for 100+ people is not
it's
easy
a tough
thing,
I mean,
right?
if you give 120 people with the wine pairing
Yeah.
and go the plate as it is, how we plating in the kitchen, and going with the same thing in the table with the guests, it is challenge, because and we both are used to working like this, and with different over here, like especially they don't have this kind of culture. I mean, and we 7 chefs cannot do that. We need help. But of course, I mean, Chef Rajiv team was phenomenal. I mean, he's Rajiv was day and night, helping me and helping our chefs, and whatever I needed, he never say no to me, and he get, Arjun, we get it. I also need something like that. Don't worry, I got you. I was blessed for hotel side.
What makes me very excited about this event is like this kind of cultural exchange is really necessary, because while master chefs from France and Germany and USA were there working in the kitchen of Aloft, there were many other Nepali people helping, right?
Yeah.
So it's a great experience for them to learn how the professionals are doing it. In the prepping day, I was there, and Sylvie, I was seeing her working, and one thing clicked in my head when I saw her working. In these 3-4 days, I have talked about this already 4-5 times.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So she did all her prep work, and everything was done. And after finishing that, she cleaned all the places and keep it tidy and left. So these things I was giving example to some other chefs.
Yeah.
That is a little bit rare in Nepali kitchen. So
that's true.
Yeah, in Nepali kitchen, chefs don't clean. They order, hey, do this like that. So being like reputed or being experienced or being master chef is not about flying in the air. It's about getting more rooted, like being inspiration to others. So I saw that in prepping day when I was observing the kitchen work.
That's really normal for a chef. I mean, your chef in France, you start very young, and that's all you do. You clean, and you never forget. You never forget. So because it's if you don't clean behind you, you're not gonna show a good example. And Arjun, remember, like in the kitchen is really important.
I mean, to clean. How I learn. I mean, I last podcast also I told you I work with the French chefs and Italian chefs. So back in the days when you was working with the high-end chefs, they give you your 4 to 3 pans. Pan like a saute pan. That's your job. Make sure before you leave end of the night, you have to clean all the pans and take care of your whole station, clean, neat and nice, make it empty, and keep it in the walk-in cooler. And you have the destination area. You have to keep all the prep over there. That's what we learn. And even nowadays too. I mean, I worked with Chef Bruno for 5 years, and he is very particular about it. And I'm too. I'm too, because if you don't follow that kitchen rules, you will not get succeed. and
Yeah.
your food not getting on time,
Yeah.
and you are looking like a chicken with where is the spoons, where is a knife and everything. I mean, you will stuck over there, right? I mean, you need to be,
whatever level of chefs.
Yeah.
I'm seeing Sylvie,
Mhm.
which is a master chef. She's the secretary general of the master chef,
Mhm.
and she's cleaning.
Yeah.
And she's and you see people putting stuff away. It's like
Yeah.
it's not, it's a chef. The chef should lead by example,
Exactly.
Yeah.
and hopefully we show the people,
Yeah.
like the top master chef is picking up stuff from the floor, cleaning
Yeah.
your table, and maybe me as a young chef, maybe I'll do that,
Yeah. Yeah.
and the whole levels will grow.
Yeah, that is that is growing, and people are learning as well. But particularly in this event, I think the team who are involved in prepping
excellent.
things, it will be a great opportunity for them as well. They learn a lot, and
I mean,
it's
they are super excellent. They are very good attitude, and always on time. And even the front of the house team also, in Dipendra G also always there. He's a food and beverage director. You know how the hotels food and beverage director means different things, right? And general manager Bikram always there and asking many things and helping. And the owner, you believe it? So Miss Pratibha Pandeyji is coming asking me, Chef, what do you need? I mean, nobody does that, because the hospitality is there,
So that means everybody is very excited.
Everybody's there, everybody excited, and of course there is a little challenges.
Yeah,
we cannot go with the challenge. We go with the success.
Bigger the challenge, bigger the opportunity.
Of course.
So I'm pretty sure this La Grande Bhoj is a kind of landmark for the growth of Nepali modern cuisine, or like the development of Nepali culinary. Okay, so for you, is it your first time in Nepal?
It's my first time in Nepal. Yes.
Okay,
yes.
You took a long to come here.
I know. Arjun didn't want me to come. No. It's my first time.
That's not true.
It's amazing. No, I'm joking.
No.
It's amazing.
No, I always tell everybody, this is like a God created.
Yeah.
I have faith on God.
Yeah, destined already.
Destination is this is. He created one day, and these things is happening, right?
Yeah.
Same thing. I mean,
for me, took time.
I never think like I want to work with Chef Florian. I want to work with Chef Sylvie, Chef Alex, Chef Breton, and Chef Arvin. I mean, Arvin, I worked with him, but I never think you're gonna come to in last minute. He came over there. Arvin, I need a help over there. You want to help me out? Yeah, Arjun, I got you, man. I come. This all the chefs having a very good attitude. Of course, they are the very particular. That's why the food is good.
Yeah. So, my understanding over here, it's a very small country, as I said before, with very big cultural diversity and also geographical diversity. We have very low land, like from sea level about 40 meters, and the highest mountain 8,848 meters. So in this diversity, if you just go 100, 200 meters up or down, the climate is different, ingredient is different. So many things you can find in the jungle. So many of our wild ingredients, we never thought about growing it, cultivating it. Like neuro, like Kevan saying.
Fiddle head.
So
fiddlehead is like a wild.
I know that.
You know that. Fiddlehead,
You have them here.
Yeah.
We don't grow it. We just go and pick it up.
Go and pick it in the jungle.
I don't see anywhere in the cuisine.
No, I mean you need to go jungle.
Yeah.
You need to go to the jungle.
So in a mid hill, mid hill area, you will find so many edible.
So you have the ingredients. You have
So that fiddlehead is always grow on like a vet.
Okay.
And inside the jungle.
Okay.
So in
a moisture
moisture, especially in our country. Of course, in the US we'll get it like a fiddlehead, but they are the farm raised. So over here, the people, if you can see local farmers market over there, they go to the jungle and they pick it and bring it over here and sell to the local market.
So why I connect these things is, even though it's a small country, chefs like you need to visit here and do research or
of course,
talk about all these ingredients, and I think it will be a nice place to do R&D research. And in national level, like Chef Nepal, or there are chefs who is talking about this. In international level, now we have US-Nepal Gastronomic Chef Association to talk about this. Now I think we can create a good campaign,
of course,
to bring more chefs like you. And then
that's the goal.
That's the goal.
Yeah. So you should be coming back again and again.
Yeah.
I really want to.
Yeah, I mean, not really
yeah.
want to. You're gonna be. So
No, I'm
no
saying
choice.
us to go to the like he's saying, go to maybe look at ingredient. You know,
Yeah.
like what the phenomenon happening in Peru right now when they, it's the number one country in the world for gastronomy, and it was nothing for many centuries, right? Nepal could be that.
Yeah.
Nepal could be
Yeah.
that when a bunch of chefs find a featherhead or something that is comestible. You don't want something
exactly.
poison, but like you said, you have from 4 to 8,000 feet climate, so you probably have every ingredient you could imagine here.
Yeah.
So, like, I just give you one example. In Tharu culture, like in Tarai region, flat area of Nepal, they eat a kind of snail. I don't know what exactly the word for
snail,
gungi. It's a snail.
We eat them too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
French,
I never knew about
French is
that.
very, very, snail is big.
Yeah,
It's expensive delicacy, right?
I mean, yeah, of course. I mean,
it's like probably like here it's regional.
Yes.
It's happened to be when I'm born. It's like wet. Like you say, we have to be wet and humid to be for having snail.
Yeah.
But they're big snail, but it's amazing.
Amazing. Yeah.
Amazing. Like probably my favorite.
That's very cultural.
Yeah, mine is probably my favorite because I work with French restaurant. The snail, mussels, clams, they are usual having in the menu.
Yeah. In nearby Kathmandu, in Kavre, there is one group. They have like white frog, edible frog, paha. I never knew about that, but like we have things. People eat everything here
for French cuisine
here. Everything, you
have the snail and the frogs.
Yeah, edible frog. I never thought about that. Yeah. So
have you ate the snails?
Snail, yes.
Okay.
And the most like
frog, I mean,
different thing is here we have snail in one of our cultural group.
Okay.
I ate that snail in 2005 in Japan.
Okay.
I was not aware about that. And I just heard in French cuisine it's very popular or regional delicacy.
Popular,
I knew about Nepali snail just few years back.
Okay.
About the edible frog, I just knew a year before. So even for me, many things are like covered. I have not. I don't have any knowledge of so many other ingredients. But what I know is there is a lot of possibilities, a lot of ingredients out there.
If you just learned about the frogs, and I mean, imagine what can we discovered here. Like as long as you know it's edible, it might be amazing.
Yeah, there is one of the
frog lollipop.
Yeah,
there's one of the person who is doing research in mushroom.
Okay,
and then he was sharing his knowledge. Like there are very expensive mushrooms in truffle kind of truffle is also available in a wild area in Nepal. Like he was writing.
Wow.
I know they have a truffle here, but not like more perfumed and more quality. Because we have a soil. I mean, still there is a lot of space and a lot of way we can bring an ingredient to the international level. Another thing is, if you go in every 5-star hotel, you will not find any kind of like organic or like a
local ingredients.
Vegetables. They only using like what they find it for the vendors.
Okay.
So that's culture. That's the reason, chef. We are doing this US-Nepal gastronomy
to change that.
To change the trend, and why not support the wild farmers?
That also highlight the representation of country in the global arena. And food is not about eating, it's also a tourism, right? Like people come to see, visit. And Nepal, it's a small country. We are dependent in tourism. Like all we have to show is our culture, our food, our big mountains. We did a lot of trade already with mountains and culture. Now we need to talk about food.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So during this trip, did you like how is your experience till now in Nepal?
It's amazing. I mean, my heart really melted when we arrived to Lukla and then Namche. I mean, Kathmandu was amazing, but the being to the mountain, I was a little bit scared. I mean, a lot scared of the helicopter. I don't want to say a little bit, a lot scared. It was my first time in a helicopter. But I was extremely scared, and then the helicopter went above the cloud, and then it was like no noise. I mean, it felt like I was flying, and honestly, it was like something I never experimented before. And then every side you see those majestuous mountains.
Yeah.
It was like really, really like the best place I've ever been. Almost in my life, I would say. And the food. I mean, when we landed in Namches,
Yeah.
we start walking and then going places, and you see the yak, the goat, everything was like from a dream.
Yeah.
And then when, of course, you're tired, you're cold, and then you have that amazing food. And last night we had experimented the Sherpa stew, and it's probably the best food I ever have. It was like really, really amazing. And I don't know if it's the fact that you're in high altitude, you're cold, you're tired, but I experimented that in a long time ago in Japan, and I got curry udon in a temple after I was shooting archery or whatever. And it's the same thing. It marked in my mind that's the best dishes I have. And I think Sherpa stew is, I don't know you call that, Arjun.
They made like potatoes and flowers and
but
put
thick
some,
and hot
thick
and
everything,
warm.
like a
It's
warm stew.
it's I'm a
Perfect for that moment.
perfect for that moment. And you'll see that all the master chefs, all the good chefs, they appreciate simple food. Not and for me, every ingredient. We ate a lot of food for the past few days, but as a chef, always when I go to places, I always judge by the the level. If it's places, if it's fast food, I'm gonna say, okay, I'm not expecting truffle or something Bruno has perfectly chopped. But on top of respecting the ingredient, when you go to Namche, for example, you have to, everything you touch, drinks or eat, have been carried by a man or by a yak or something from far away. Like, I mean, and then you say, okay, you don't have soap in a bathroom or toilet.
Okay.
That's a reason, because you know what I mean. But I was shocked by the quality of the food, the amount of ingredient. Like on that Sherpa stew, there were maybe 10, 15 ingredients that been carrying in, but on the back of a Sherpa or person, and that really, really touched my heart, deeply. And I have a big respect for that.
And the people in mountains are pure-hearted, right? They're
super good. I mean, when we go over there, I mean, we find like young kids, young entrepreneurs, and they came to do the hotel management here and go to the abroad, and they get the experience from there. And two of the Sherpas, one guy having like top of the mountain, they call the panorama, and another guy have a some restaurant, I forgot the name in my mind, but these guys went to go outside and doing their own business over there because they wanna improve their or promote their hospitality industry on their village. That's hit me out. And when I go over there, and they try to help us so courageously and so humbly, one of the guy was a chef, whatever you needed, this is on me, we don't want to charge you. Because when this, I mean, this is for them is like more motivations, going like a top chefs on the mountain and cooking food for the community service. We are not charging anybody over there, so doing a community service, and they appreciate it, and for them is the more motivation. So this is our goal was not come over here and making the money. I'm not looking on that, and my goal was making people like a mentorships, and they can learn something from these great chefs,
encouraging them or like
exactly
them a path,
and they are so happy. Every restaurants, every guys calling us to chef, can you stop for coffee, can you stop I mean, we cannot go everywhere, but one guy is really touched me. The guy maybe like a 23, 24-year-old, and he graduated in Kathmandu, and he worked in Qatar and as a commis, and he went to the India working as a chef de party, and I want to come back, and he named the hotel as his grandmother.
Wow.
That's amazing. I mean,
it's very good connection.
because the grandmother one who him to raised, and he can go. I mean,
is that the one we
one who have a hat? You ask him the hat, hey, I need a hat. And the guy was asking me, chef, where are you? But I mean, I respect the guy. I went over there and have a beer, and some snacks, and he tried to compliment everything, but I know. I mean, we've been there. We support them. I mean, just go over there. Eating free is not acceptable. And one of my friends is saying, "Okay, no, Arjunji, we have to pay it," and we paid it.
Mhm. Yeah, nice. That's really interesting
Yeah,
story.
yeah, very.
Yeah.
I mean, is for me also. I never been mountain. I'm a
So this
Nepali.
is your first time
First
going
time I'm
that
in Nepali, working always, working US 20 years. When I come over here, always sometime taking care of a family, taking care of mother. I mean, it's, our
Yeah,
culture is
yeah.
different, and we are not getting like a vacation like over here making
Mhm.
month.
Yeah,
We're
yeah,
getting
yeah.
2 weeks vacations.
Mhm.
So at the
In the
vacation
US,
we
yeah.
have to accommodate.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Such kind of like that kind of high elevation in Nepal,
yeah,
those places can be promoted as luxury travel destination, right?
Oh,
Like
yeah.
because it's not so accessible, so you have to take
yeah,
helicopter or like the food is expensive there. But like the experience you get there is it's very different,
Priceless.
right? Yeah.
yeah,
So yeah,
priceless. Yeah,
yeah. I think this
Mhm.
time, like because big master chefs are there, it is going to be a global news, and it will definitely help promoting Nepal
absolutely.
in
Yeah,
global stage.
I go there anytime,
yeah, me too.
as long as it's a
Me too.
helicopter
The,
ride. I
no,
won't walk Lukla to Namche, but
no, I'm not joking. One
yeah.
of the guy he offered me already,
Yeah.
chef, whatever the cost he needed.
Hmm.
We work together,
Yeah.
and for me, I always tell, don't go for quantity, go for quality,
Yeah.
right? I mean, always need the people quality. I mean,
Mm.
how you present yourself is all about you. I
Yeah.
mean, how you going to be grow, and I mean, the guys came to me and said, chef, let's open the resort over there. I have this whole land, amazing. I mean, the guy
Yeah.
was super happy. I mean,
Yeah.
most of the owners, they don't let us I mean, if you go in the US, if you go to any good restaurant, they don't let you to go inside the
Yeah.
kitchen, because
Yeah.
they respect us because of our professionalism. I
Yeah.
mean, all the great chefs are there.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Chef Bruno, like I want to like monetize this opportunity.
Okay.
I want some knowledge from you.
Okay.
One is because French cuisine is the topmost, highest level of like culinary
We hope so.
in global area.
Hmm.
So in Nepal also, like when they teach in academy, they always start with French cuisine. Uh, One thing I really wanted to know in French cuisine, because many years back, I think maybe 50, 60, or 100 years back,
Hmm.
there is a thing called traditional cooking, might be right. It was
Yes.
not that
Yes.
modern
Uh,
French cuisine at that
until
time.
1950, I think
Yeah,
was the term.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And now, like French delicacy is like there is
Hmm.
Michelin star restaurants are
Hmm.
there, food are so nice. So how you explain this transformation? What caused this transformation possible or happen
Between
in your
the
country?
ancient
In
cuisine to modern
Yeah, in
cuisine.
traditional
Yeah.
to
So
modern.
you have to understand, and you said something before about the men used to do a lot of work and the women cooked, and at the time there was a chef's named Paul Bocuse, and he was one of the pioneers of putting chef in the front of the TV, in front of the
Mhm.
mic. But before that was a woman job. For a
Uh-huh.
long time was a woman job. I remember even when my brother is 6 years older than me,
Mhm.
and he started cooking school, and kids were picking on me because my brother was a chef,
Mhm.
and the chef, oh, it's a woman's job, and I was bullied because my brother was a chef. So the turn was very in the 50s, 60s, or like
Mhm.
when the chef became a star, and
Mhm.
then because of you need to recreate the cuisine.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
the thing is, nothing has changed. The base are there. I
Mhm.
mean, I would say the French cuisine is the classical music. You cannot play an instrument if you don't learn your classical music,
Oh.
and
yes,
then your classic, and then from when you masterize that music, then you can create. And until then, uh, it was more respecting the rules. And some chefs arrive and say, "Oh, I'm gonna turn this. I'm gonna make a little bit fresher, a little bit modern." And I really, I would say 60, 50, 60, 70s, that was the change,
Mhm.
the big shift of modern cuisine when we start going from big trays to plated. we usually rarely played at dinner before. It was a big trays of food, decorated French, usually going
Like a
up.
family style.
Yeah. Oh no, I would say like towers, like
Oh, okay,
boom, boom,
okay.
boom, and you bring I mean the big restaurant,
yeah, okay,
and
I
then
got
that's
you.
how you still have.
Okay.
Now it's coming back when you have a maître d' coming to your table with a guéridon and maybe making crêpes Suzette or making d'oeuvre soles cut. I mean that, but that was all that, and then some chefs said okay. And including Bocuse, I think Paul Bocuse was the pioneer of changing that cuisine to plated, to modern. And when you plate, you don't have all those difficulties of big trays. You can plate one small piece of fish. Nobody have done that before, and you can decorate that thing quickly. You know what I mean? So it changed tremendously then. And when I start learning cooking, it was in the 80s, and it was almost I was the last year of that classical book from the whole time. You know what I mean? And then the cookbook from the Apprentice changed. Yeah. So I was the last year of, salt, and when you turn the mushroom by hand and make all those classical dish, and then he really turned to the reinvented the base of the cuisine or modernized the book. So I was lucky to be in between those two, and I'm happy that change happened.
So did you struggle to shift from like old style or local style to?
No, because you have to know. If you don't know how to make a classical recipe, you won't ever be possible for you to make the modern one. It's inside. It's just hide it. And I think Arjun, not to give him too much credit, but he masterized that French cuisine. The base, and think always about music. If you don't play classical music, if you don't learn about, you're not gonna be able to do hip hop or whatever. You have to be. You have to learn your. I don't know, your music
codes.
Music code before you do. So and French is really, you have to shop, how to cook brunoise, you have to make the sauce. It's all the base of a lot of things, you know what I mean? And then when you know that, and then you can do, and when I was in Japan, I loved calligraphy, Japanese calligraphy, and you see the guys do usually in one breath, like he paints the thing. He take one breath. He take like, how long is the breath? 30 seconds, and he make a masterpiece in one breath. But you can try with one breath. You're not gonna make it. It's a lifetime of learning to take that spot, and I think that's how the French cuisine or a lot of cuisine is. You learn a lot of things for a long time, and then in a one spot, all your knowledge goes in that thing. And I think when it all goes well, you have a great dish.
Thank you, chef. Maybe like this experience will be very helpful for many Nepali chefs here, because what I believe is Nepali cuisine is in also a same stage. We have like not in same stage, but we are in little bit in danger stage. We have local ingredients, we have our grandmother's food, and maybe we are in a position to evolve it or like recreate it. But in your time, like in French cuisine, there was no that much influence. But right now here, it's very tough for chefs in Nepal to recreate or like to evolve it, because there is a lot of influence. It's very modern age, right? So communication is so fast. Like little bit of everything, and then you get confused how to do it. And we also don't have that much passion now. We cannot stay dedicated like Japanese do.
I have a question. I know it's not usually me asking question.
No,
but in France, I mean, you get, when you are young, you are a chef and you stay a chef. Like I did nothing else in my life than French, and I did nothing else in my life than French cuisine. You know what I mean? Because you dedicate your, but maybe that's also why some country don't work, because people are a chef and then they become a insurance salesperson, then real estate, and back to pastry chef. You know what I mean? It's and for us, it's like, man, if you branded to be a cook, my dad is a cook, my two brothers are chefs. I have no choice to be a cook. You know what I mean? And then after 40 years after, you're a chef. So, and that's also how you can you will Nepalese will do. It's like if they're really strong and they love the job and they keep that job long, they get super professional. And they get it become an habit, and that's the only way the cuisine can be passed on.
Exactly.
The tradition can be passed on. And when you were saying grandmother, there's nothing else. Then the grandmother cooking is also the base of all of it.
I think the home food or like the food from our mother or grandmother is the best one, right?
Yes.
The simple, tasty,
foolproof, safe. But you always remember it's your mom too, right? But you always grandmother. And for me, the same thing. My grandmother used to cook pot au feu every Sundays, chicken with rice, and those dishes. It's like the shepherd stew almost.
Exactly.
The shepherd stew remind me of one of the dishes of my grandmother. And when you get that, it's like, wow.
And in the Sherpas have that, and for our culture have a gundruko jhol. It's like a dried mustard leaf, and they're gonna dehydrate and make a broth on it.
Ooh.
And that's a very simple. And we call back in the day we call like a poor man food.
Yes.
But that is now is a modern food. I mean, people want to die for that. Same thing. So, and of course the passion. I mean, you in chef saying like a French when they grow for the chef, and they're gonna be chef all the time. But our culture is not like that. Because kitchen is so hard. After 5-6 years, somebody doing like instructor, teachers, somebody doing like going to the salesman. But same thing, there is a limited chef in Nepal because we don't have that kind of motivation sometimes, and that's the reason they're gonna be changing.
I think you're going to change that. You're going to change that with Chef Nepal. With when people say, "Oh, wow, it's cool to be a chef." I want to be a chef. You need mentor. You need. Unfortunately, you need to see them on TV and say, "Oh, that's my goal."
That's my goal.
You know what I mean? So hopefully
so
we are the right time.
As you said, like in French cuisine also, around 50s or 60s, media played a role. Like they started bringing, like highlighting. So I think that is really important to have a platform where you talk about your expertise, and then somebody come up with I also have better experts. So that kind of healthy competitiveness is required. And I think the growth of media, social media, and all these things, the YouTube platform, TV shows, it will help this sector as well. So for you, like joining him in US-Nepal Gastronomy Chef Association, or like coming to Nepal, getting tie with Nepal, does he have some video or something to like blackmail you, or how you agreed with him?
No,
I put the gun in.
He didn't have to put a gun. He didn't have to put a gun on me. I mean, I went. I trust Arjun for many years now. So Arjun, we worked together for many years, and I know the way he works, the way he does. Like it's like Sylvie, clean after himself. Very simple thing like that. I mean, so. And I said, well, I want to go the adventures with you. And when he asked me to co-found the US-Nepalese Gastronomy Chef Association, he didn't have to put a gun on my head. I was like, it was like,
no,
I was
that's
super proud.
Yeah.
No, I was proud. He's like, he's really proud. I belong to many chef organizations, but this one is different. This one is different. And then really what I thought, when he told me that is I'd say when I came in Japan in the 2000s, I was in Japan, and it was already too late. But what they did in Japan was amazing. They put all the Japanese cook in France to learn and help them to go to France to learn. And I told Arjun that's the dream. Bring Nepalese kids or whatever,
like
in the kitchen to France and learn, and then bring them back. 10 years we won't see that, but maybe we change. I mean, that those kids will make the difference. In Japan today, the best food, the best French food, the best pastry are in Japan. The most Michelin stars restaurant is not in France, unfortunately. It's in Japan. So who knows? Maybe Nepal is going to be that. But if we can do that, if we can help the cuisine, help the culture, bring those kids, that, you know, I mean, at some point, chefs will say, "Okay, oh my gosh, great! I got a a Nepalese cook."
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
yesterday we talked to
Yeah,
a
yeah,
chef. I talked to a chef he cannot find any French cook, so he has many Nepalese
Mhm.
kids or
yeah. I
cook
mean,
in
yeah,
a kitchen. It's amazing.
Yeah.
yeah,
So that's what motivated me to come here.
Yeah.
And on top of it, I wanted to see from far the Mount Everest.
Morris, yeah.
You know, I mean,
Yeah,
Do you want to climb it someday?
I wish I would be younger and I'd do that. You know, I want to
Yeah.
pop a bottle of
Yeah,
champagne in
yeah,
the
yeah.
highest
Oh man,
possible.
he.
We should show him. We should show him the video.
That's the funny part. I mean, I worked with Bruno when we together in 10 years,
Yeah.
same company, but he was my immediate boss for 5 years. I mean, if you're working with a French chef, you have to be very good chefs.
Mhm.
And I mean, all the chefs are good, but they are very particular, like armies. You know, of course, if you don't be your grooming, your attitude, your day to day, like on timing, and your what called perfections.
Yeah.
And not only that, you need to take care of your whole area. Like if this is your office, means you have to take care of everything, not lying anything on the floor.
Mm.
When you come inside, everything's spotlight clean.
Yeah.
So I learned like that my 15 years. When I work with him, I know he's sometimes be tough. That means
Tough love.
tough love.
love.
And if that tough love is not
Yeah.
before, we are not going to be come over here. He's not going to be come
Yeah,
with
yeah.
me.
Mm.
And always whatever he says, always have to be like respectfully,
Mhm.
and we doing for our job.
You can be tough and
Yeah,
respectful. You know,
exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
But I was trying to teach Arjun. It's like you're a chef. What I learned in Japan too. You're a chef all the time.
Yeah.
Like you and the office, in a dishwashing area, you have a customer can come at any
Yeah.
point. So you always have to be ready.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, oh, it's time now. I'm gonna shave. I'm gonna
Mm.
put a clean chef jacket. And no,
Yeah.
there's you come up and say hi. You know, anybody
Yeah.
can come at any time. So at the time you gotta
Yeah.
be ready. Your kitchen has to be ready.
Yeah.
Your staff is to be ready. You know, what I
Yeah.
mean? So it's a way of life.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
It's
Doesn't mean you are a executive chef or chef de cuisine.
Yeah,
If you don't have a dishwasher, you have to ready to wash the dish.
yeah.
You need
it's
to
like
make it clean.
kitchen work is just like a war.
Yeah, it is.
You are in battlefield, and then
Yeah.
it won't make any difference either you are boss or chef or dishwasher
Exactly.
or
You're right.
whoever.
I love the
You
yeah.
No.
you are ready to like face the bullet.
Exactly.
yeah.
You know, because why? Because why? People are coming to spend the money
Yeah.
for the experience. If you don't keep your quality, keep your standard, they are not going to come tomorrow. You will lose your job. You know, so that's the reason. Chefs are always be very, very particular. I want this water here.
Yeah.
You have to keep it here. And if you don't follow that, and it's not going to be perfect. Oh, it's okay, man. You cut it this much, no problem. Fine, no.
Yeah.
You know how many times they throw my vegetables? You don't imagine. Some chefs are broke my knife because of them. I'm
Yeah.
here in front of him and sitting here.
No,
Right?
but you have to be passionate.
Yeah, you have to be
You're right.
passionate.
Yeah.
You have to be
You have
passionate,
to be
you know?
passionate.
Do you,
You know?
remember any situation when you scold him
Yeah.
like very tough?
No.
Not too much. He was really good. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? But I get scolded too. I mean, before you arrive to a level, you know, and you always learn. That's the
Yeah.
thing too. You have to always, even if you're top chef, if you're a master chef, you always learn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you don't put the learning cap or go back to kids to learn, you know, I mean, you come here, you learn so many things.
Yeah.
You go to the back kitchen of a small restaurant, you learn
Yeah.
thing, you know what I mean? And, you know, so that's amazing. You have to be passionate. I really hope Nepali chefs will become passionate or are
Yeah,
passionate.
yeah.
And that's the rest is history.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is your like best Nepali meal during your visit here, or maybe you have been to Nepali restaurant in US?
We've been to many restaurants. So, of course, Danbat,
Dal bhat,
Dal bhat.
okay.
Dalbat, power 24 hour.
Yeah.
That's
48
what,
hours.
Yeah, 48 hours. That I just love that. And then Nisha, the front of us, told us you eat that
founder.
morning, breakfast, lunch.
Yeah.
And at some point, I catch myself at the restaurant ordering an omelette.
Yeah.
And Arjun said, "You know how many times you're gonna have dalbat in the US?" Then I change all my orders to dalbat. You know what I mean? To taste that.
Yeah.
And so I love that as I would say everyday food. But the really the Sherpas too really
Yeah, Sherpas
touch
are
me.
very amazing,
I
yeah.
love momos.
Yeah.
Momos is like it's something like I fell in love.
And it's like globally popular now. Momo
yeah, I
is,
think it's coming more and more. But
Yeah.
I mean, we have tasted them in many time in the US, and they are different momos, and I just like them. I like Momo Joel.
Momo
Momo.
Jol.
Momo Joel.
Jol
Well,
Momo.
Jol
Joel
Momo,
Momo,
yeah.
sorry.
Jol Momo, yeah.
Momos, Joel Momos,
Yeah.
like when the sauce is
Yeah.
in
Yeah,
it, like a
yeah.
soup. It's like the best stew
Yeah.
with like a little mini surprise inside.
Yeah.
So that's what my comfort food will be.
So as a like master chef from France, if you have to recreate dal bhat, what do you suggest? Like,
Wow. Okay.
It sounds-
That's gonna be not that much because the dal bhat you have the rice, so
Yeah.
you think about that. But the rest is all stews. The rest is like total. The stew of lamb is
rice
French.
and stew is good.
It's a French-based
Yeah,
stew.
yeah.
You're doing fresh cuisine there. You sauteed spinach, so it's not much. But it's just for me. I will. Of course, I would take like super nice dishes, make it like super. But maybe I would try to find something in the middle, different. Like instead of the rice, something more to my French cuisine.
It might be interesting for you as well. Like if I explain my understanding to Nepali cuisine. If I compare with Japanese food in around Second World War time, like 45, 50, most of the Japanese food are survival food. Like Japan is very poor in food culture.
Of course, yeah.
Maybe Korea or China, they also have like not very rich in food culture. If I compare, I mean, it's not about comparison. I'm just talking it about for the education or like for awareness. In Nepal, in my lifetime, I have not heard about that hungerness or poverty, like that things. My father used to be a farmer. We have a land. He grew things just to survive. That is how like evolving here. Now the city, urban area is going fast and commercialization is happening fast. But still, you have been to mountains already. So here, big number of population eat 5 or 7 course meal every day, twice in a day. In morning, dal bhat. That is, if you count, it is like 5 to 7 course meal.
Yes, you're correct.
Yeah, our culture, yeah.
Your
So
culture,
in morning we do 5 to 7 course. In evening also we do 5 to 7 course, and that is kind of rich things, right? And I have seen my parents, like they go to the backyard, they get their spinach or maybe collard green, they just saute it, make it, and then it is ready.
It's fresh.
And the ingredient we use ghee from the like own
cow.
farm, like
Home cow buffalo,
and then all we buy is maybe salt. Spices in Nepali cuisine, we have very less presence of spices. Now most of the spices, it is Indian cuisine influenced spices. We don't grow spices here. That means we import it. So even though having such richness in Nepali cuisine or culinary, it is taking a time to evolve, to grow, to get its shape changed. And now the chef fraternity is a little bit confused. There are chefs who said, no, we should not change our local or ethnic style, because that will ruin our identity. And there are chefs who is trying to like upgrade it, evolve it. So there is kind of unseen fight between different ideas, So as you explained before, like there is no way of recreating and developing. We cannot keep eating this much dal bhat every time. It need to be, our lifestyle has been changed, right?
Yes.
Before we used to work like 5-6 hours and we eat this much dal bhat is okay.
Yeah.
Now for 500 meter also we take a cab,
scooters and everything.
So now, it should be changed. So I think for all this evolution or development, chefs like Arjun chef or like the chefs organization need to work on it and need to talk about it. Need to organize events like the La Grande. So those kind of things will slowly start finishing it, polishing it, or maybe plating the Nepali cuisine. Now
exactly.
The main thing is ready, prep is done, cooking is done. Now plating is there.
When you look, the dal bhat is just deconstructed.
Yeah,
You know,
discovery. Yeah.
like imagine instead of the rice, you have mashed potato,
Mm-hmm.
and then you have a stew, then you have the spinach,
Yeah.
then you have a little beans or whatever you put, and you have something crunchy. It's exactly what we put in a plate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you guys are at the when I was describing before the big trays, 1950s.
Yeah.
You know, right, when everything in
Yeah.
a trays, and now you're gonna take that. The tray is smaller because
Smaller, yeah.
it's your trays, right?
Yeah.
But still a tray with many dishes, and you gotta put it in one plate.
Yeah, like Japanese did. We also need to send chefs to France, and then
Yeah.
they learn from there, and then come back
Yeah, I
home
mean,
and develop.
you can see that in our La Grande Boj.
Yeah.
You can see that kachila. You
Yeah.
know, I mean, we make a buffalo tartar.
Yeah.
I literally asked Chef Rajiv, "Dai, can you get me local buffalo meat?" You know, he personally went to the farm, like a poultry farm or meat farm,
Yeah.
and he get the undercut meat. And we bring it over there. I use a sous vide technique over there, and just we made it. And if you see that bara, I mean, is what we talk about dal bhat. Same thing, bara. We make like little bit of souffle for the bara, and use the sauce, bhang sauce on the bottom. On the top, using they use a egg, right? Fried egg on top. We use a perfect egg.
Yeah.
And we made the yak cheese. We made we
Foam.
turned as a foam, and the sishno is like a local wild herb. I made as a jelly. I mean, and local chili. I made the chili oil. You know, you can see over there like that's we try to show that, right, chef?
Yeah.
When dishes recreated in that way,
Yeah.
like it's my experience, there are like I don't say people, but there is one thought. That thought get scared about evolving. Was it similar with French cuisine as well? Like in your experience?
Yeah, I think the what.
Were there people who scared? No, we should not make it modern. Our big tray, our traditional ways.
Yeah. I think you're right. People were scared, but people get more scared later on when the molecular cuisine arrived. You know, I mean, that was more the scare. Like going from plate, it was like you were saying at the time, like TV media at the time push the chef in front, and then people are excited and want to try those plates. But when the molecular cuisine arrived, that was a little bit disruptive. And I mean, because
so it's a natural process. We have to accept it and move forward.
There's like any process, you don't have to accept everything, but there's amazing thing. We did some molecular cuisine, the foams. You know, I mean, it's part of the modernity. It's part of the evolution. But doesn't mean everything is good. You know, what I mean, as long as you don't forget the base, it's fine. And then the media play a big role on that. Like showing the chefs, showing people like it. You know, I mean, if you take the dal bhat and start to plate in one plate, the family is gonna understand you have less to clean. You have less to do that. You have less to pick. You know what I mean? And it's gonna become. And when you eat it, I've seen people eat it like I love the way they eat with the hand, but they mix it all together. So if you put them in I don't want to mix it all because it's French cuisine we don't like, but you pile it up. You know, like you layers it or plate it. But at the end in your mouth, it's gonna be what you want. You want a little bit of everything to be in your mouth, and it's delicious. So you can do that. And then when the mom's gonna say, "Oh, it's simpler to do this way."
Exactly.
I still have my dal bhat the way, and then but it's simpler. Then you win a battle. You just won a battle. Then you have put it in a simple way, like you made the dishes can be really exported around the world, right? Because today.
When he is explaining, I have got several imagination of plates, dishes.
And for me, I imagine, and we're gonna work. Arjun and I will work on it. What is the modern dal bhat? How are we gonna do that? And nobody's afraid, and you take it, and it's layered, and it's crunchy, and it's and that will be a plate. You could export. It could be your Nepalese dishes that you can show around the world. Today it's more like all those dishes in the trays is complicated,
and
right?
small balls and everything.
Too much ball. You don't have at home. You don't have that many balls. If you have, you get 4 guests. You have 40 dishes.
And now also you don't have time to clean everything.
You have 4 plates with the I mean, so that's convenience. And you like people. You said like people evaluate. People take taxis to do 500 meters. People evaluate. So the whole evolution is gonna be.
There are few dishes like that as well. I mean, like khichdi. Khichdi is something they put everything like
Yeah.
vegetable to dal to rice to everything in one
Because
pot,
that's
and they cook
extreme.
it.
That's the
Yeah.
extreme.
Yeah, they cook
So-
it, but it's
I cook it. I cook
they
it.
cook
Okay.
it
Yeah,
like
cook it,
they
yeah.
mix all the raw things
Oh, raw.
in
Okay.
one
Okay.
pot. But how it started is like in the old time, there were kind of monks, sadhu. They used to go in every different houses, like for I mean, not begging, but for like they just give wishes, and
Mhm.
the people give them some gift. So some houses give rice, some houses give
Ghee,
like
some of the give
different
Okay.
things are
salt,
there, you
And
know,
they
some of
put
those
them
like
together.
everything
turmeric.
together, and they
They
cook it.
like khichdi. But that khichdi I deconstructed as a arancini.
Oh, okay.
Ah,
So
yeah.
I did it.
Yeah, yeah.
I did it because that's a modern, that's a gastronomy. So same thing, you putting all the flavor over there, just put some
Yeah.
little cheese inside,
Yeah.
a little more herbs inside, and make like a ball shape or some other different shape, and put some local egg aioli.
Mhm.
This is the what we try.
You
to
did
do.
that in a
Yeah,
restaurant.
I did. Yeah,
Yeah.
I did.
But when you're talking the kichiri, I think always think about
Yeah.
my fiance. Like she cook in one pot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She for me when I at home, so she cooks sometime, I cook sometime. I mean we have to eat. But when I cook, I need like 20 parts. You know what I mean? But the moms, the mother, the grandmother, they cook in one pot.
Yeah.
You know, then you can make something extraordinary. Like, but it's and now I'm challenged
It's funny,
myself.
yeah.
I say, okay, I say, see, honey, I cook with 2 or 3 parts this time. You know what I mean? Or I quickly clean one.
Yeah.
But but the ultimate is to really
Yeah.
do less dishes. And I think, I mean, it is very difficult
Yeah.
to do that. Like I imagine the dambat. You need to respect the crunchiness, the flour, the spiciness. You know what I mean?
Techniques also a little
The,
bit.
yeah, the technique. So it's
Yeah.
going to be a huge challenge. But
Yeah.
imagine if we solve that. You know, the one part dish. I'm always like, when I taste the dish she made, my fiance made, you make that with
One
pot.
pot.
One part. Wow.
How did you do that?
And maybe
But-
also less effort and less time.
Less style, yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah,
Of
for
course.
sure, for sure.
So,
So-
like, it just made me remember something. When we say commercial cooking and home cooking,
Yeah,
what is the difference, chef? Like,
20 pot to clean.
okay, that is professional cooking.
Yeah, that's commercial cooking.
Commercial cooking.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I think. Much more dishes for
Yeah.
the same result.
Yeah.
For
first-
the
the-
same result. Yeah.
The first season of Chef Nepal, we did like a home, like the contestant were home cook.
Yeah.
And then many home cooks were afraid because few of the contestants were from like BHM college. They are from professional kitchen, but
Yeah.
freshers. And some of the home cook were afraid, saying that like, how could we compete with the person who studied in very nice college and
Yeah.
he started cooking? And it was very hard for me to make them convince. And I had to struggle to keep both parties, like the home cook
Yeah.
and also the student of BSM college. And I came up with this idea, like home cooking is as tough as commercial cooking.
Yeah.
Because, for example, in my house at the 9 o'clock in the morning, everybody is ready to go office
yeah.
and the guest appear. That is how it happens in Nepal.
Yeah.
Nobody give you like pre-information. They
yeah.
just
Yeah.
come. And then you just have half an hour or 1 hour, and you have limited ingredients in the kitchen, and you also have to make your guest happy. Otherwise,
Of
they will go
course.
and talk to 4 more relatives.
Mm.
That's a challenge. And
Yeah.
I explained that is what going to happen in our cooking show.
Yeah.
We give you tough situation, we give you limited ingredients, and those student kids who studied 3 years in BHM college,
Yeah.
they studied in sophisticated kitchen.
Yeah.
But we create them a very difficult situation,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I realized home cooking is as tough as
It
commercial.
Yeah,
is.
cooking as
commercial
well.
kitchen. You find if you go to like a home and 5-star hotel, they have all kind of equipment. You have it
Yeah,
in the home. You have a limited access for the equipment, or also limited access for the spices.
ingredients.
So ingredients. So you
Yeah.
have to be work on what you have it at home and make it simple
Yeah.
the best, right?
And
Yeah.
that's, I think, you touch a good point there. I mean, that's why you like your grandmother cooking.
Yeah.
Like,
Always best.
And would you prefer your grandmother cooking or the cooking in the average restaurant?
Yeah.
Or restaurant, you know what I mean? Your
Yeah.
grandmother cooking.
Yeah.
And she cooked with a homemade kitchen, you know what I mean? We spoiled.
Yeah.
I think the chefs are spoiled.
Yeah.
We have
So
dishwashers. we
while
have,
Yeah.
cooking, while convincing this home cook, the last example I gave was when we go to any restaurant and we eat very good food, our appreciation is like, oh, I had so nice food. It tastes like at home. That is the highest level of
Exactly.
Yeah.
appreciation we
Exactly.
give.
You're
Yeah.
right.
So, and that means home cook are like competitive to commercial cooking as well. So we used to give example of our home when the dish is very good, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not only about the job doing in commercial kitchen, cooking or awareness about
Yeah.
ingredients or hygiene, safety is similarly important to home
Yeah.
cooking as
Yeah.
well, right? So we try to balance these things when we talk through media like TV
Yeah.
shows or social medias. I think in many culture, this cooking is separated. When we say chef or cooking, it seems like a different unit. But every home has one restaurant.
Yeah.
Every home has
Absolutely.
chefs,
Yeah.
and that we need to keep in our mind because
Yeah.
that food is what we like live from. So it's very important. We don't talk about food so much. Like it's
Yeah.
very regular, and we just eat and we just consume things. So yeah, we have to conclude as well because if we keep talking like this, then we may miss another program.
I would
Yeah.
love
So
to
sorry.
stay
We
more. You know,
more.
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
like it's
So
fascinating.
at the end, it's a very good start. The La Grande Bows and US-Nepal Gastronomy Chef Association. It's really good start, but I believe it's a long way to go. This is just a beginning,
Yes.
and then I'm pretty sure we get this opportunity to see you again and again in Nepal, and not only you and Chef Arjun will influence more chefs to come here, and I believe it will take some time, but Nepal will be a culinary hub in future. People will come here to do R&D, to go to mountains and search for Yarsa
So,
Gumba,
Yeah.
cook with what is that हाम्रोमा एउटा त्यो ब्ल्याक कलरको टाटार आउँछ नि माउन्टेनबाट
Silajit.
शिलाजित cook with शिलाजित like
you're right. Yeah.
and along with that what Nepal can offer to gastronomy is wellness cooking. So
Yeah. Yeah.
in our culture or like in not religious way but spiritual way, the food and water can transfer message. So that is how we believe, like scientifically also
Mhm.
it is right maybe. So if I curse this water and give it to somebody, that person may get ill.
Yeah. Yeah.
So in while cooking food, we always used to talk about in commercial kitchen, don't get aggressive, don't use abusive word, because if you are being aggressive, if you are using
The
abusive
cuisine,
word,
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
that food you can do anything, but the customer won't feel it.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
will feel abusive word in that
Yeah.
things,
Yeah.
the aura will not get positive. So but Nepal can offer that things, the spiritual or wellness
So the
in
opposite,
food.
instead of
Yeah.
like blessing the food and
Blessing
making
the food and
good for
everything.
you. That's amazing.
Like
yeah.
we always talk about
Yeah.
praying before eating
Yes,
or
we do.
like
Yeah.
Yeah, I always
converting
do.
it.
Yeah.
So that is in our culture, that
Yeah.
is in our religion or
Mhm.
in spirituality. And when we go to higher mountains,
Mhm.
we always connect things with nature.
Yeah.
We just like
That-
give it all in the control of nature. So those things can be like researched and developed, evolved. And for this thing, I think it's a teamwork. It's a campaign.
Yeah.
It's not one man thing.
Of
Yeah, it's
course,
not
of course.
this kind of food just not by itself. You need a teamwork. You need a
Yeah.
good team. And I have a very positive about this dinner. In the beginning, people really underestimate me. So I have to say that because they don't know the, I mean, where I came and what I do. Of course, this is not for them. This is for how we present before.
Yeah.
And after this dinner, trust me, when I leaving from the door, I said I didn't say 100%, 99% our prestigious guests are very happy, and I'm getting so many messages with multiple of entrepreneurs and hospitality industry people, and they want to do it more, and they told me, sorry for this time, next time we will do big.
Yeah.
So, and for that, what happened for that, if I told our founding members and other chefs, and they will be happy to come again, and I mean, right, I mean,
Yeah,
they want
yeah.
to do better.
Yeah, of
Right?
course,
And
we do always
next
better.
time is this time we did like a first ever historical,
Yeah.
like a like a Michelin star tasting menu. Next time I'm already thinking about what you're going to do for them, for the country. bring the international crowd in Nepal.
Yeah. So we will work together in this,
Yes,
chef.
of
So
course.
thank you so much for your
Thank you so
time.
much.
Thank
Yeah,
you so much
thank you very much.
for bringing this voice. And
Sure.
I think this podcast will encourage few more people. It will not make overnight changes, but it will start creating small impact. And
Yeah.
as you said, after a few years, it will make sense at that time. After a few years, like this might be
Yes.
more
Yeah.
meaningful.
Yes.
So before we leave, if you have any message for Nepali chefs, Nepali culinary or gastronomy enthusiast.
I would say to all the chefs to keep the passion, to keep the faith, and to keep cooking, and think about every dish has is emotion from the chef, but you also, like you say, it could be positive. I really like. That's what we are. All chefs are emotional.
Yeah.
We put it in the plates
Yeah.
and think it's a great job. It's a hard job.
Yeah.
It's tough, but you're feeding people, you're feeding your family, you're feeding guests. It's so honorful. So I mean, I really keep strong for all the chefs in Nepal, and then one day we'll make history together.
Yeah. Arjun chef.
Yeah,
any-
same thing too. I mean, whatever he says, and he told about me about little emotion, about the dedication. What I have it. Of course, passion is very important, not a job. Of course, if you think like I want to do the job, you never be complete. You have to be passions, and you will definitely one day will complete. And I'm very blessed. Chef Bruno and other chefs are believe on me and came to this country, and we made a history. Is amazing. I'm very proud.
Yeah.
And
we need to thank all other chefs as well.
Of course,
So
there's chefs, and of course the hotel support from Rajiv
Yeah.
Chef Rajiv Shrestha, and also the front of the house, our food and beverage director Dipendra ji, and
And
other
our
vendors.
chef, the team chefs, we
Yeah.
have Sylvie Grucker from Alsace who came. We have Bertrand Buquin who came from Arizona. We have Florian Bélanger who came from New Jersey, and we have Alexander Science who came from Miami.
Yeah.
We have who else?
Erwin coming from
Arvin
US,
from
and
last
he amazing.
last minute. Ram.
Yeah, Ram.
Ram who came from
US
as
is
well.
our
So
one of a founding member.
a
Yeah.
big team of
Big
chefs beside all the helpers, and all the team from Eloft. I want to thanks, and that was a great
And also the
kitchen.
sponsors. I mean,
Yeah.
So Cuisine Solutions, we very thank for our company.
Yeah, the Cuisine Solution every day.
Every days, and Fortesa, Fortesa is sending
you guys,
all the way from
what you do.
Yeah, Chef Nepal. I mean, is all everybody. I'm thank to everybody
it's
from this.
it's a small effort, but we have to value it, right?
Exactly.
So before leaving, from my side, I want one thing from you that I'm going to force you. So from this week, we are going to start voting for our upcoming series of competition. So the first season we did was amateur cook competition. Now we are working on Chef Nepal, the professional. And from this week, the voting is started. We received 150 applicants from all over the world.
Okay.
Out of that, we selected 30.
Oh, wow.
And 30 professional chefs are there, and their voting is going to start. It will be live for 2 weeks.
Okay.
So those 30 contestants want best wishes from you and you. So can you wish our 30 contestants for their upcoming competition, because it is going to be a tough. Cooking is not an easy job.
You go for it.
Wish you all the best to all the contestants to Chef Nepal Professional.
Wish you all the best for the Chef Nepal contestant as a professional chef contest.